Hello guys, welcome to another wonderful, exciting, engaging and educating time on Leadership Mart on Africa's first leadership TV. As I was last week, I still am, will be, I'm Raphael, and today promises to be very engaging and educating. I'm going to go on a commercial break right now, and when I return, we'll dive in straight to the different compartments of this leadership compendium. Don't go anywhere. Remember, you're on Leadership Mart on Africa's first leadership TV. I'll be right back. If you don't know where you are already, you're on Africa's first leadership TV, CMTV. We're prepping Leaders Tomorrow today. Welcome back. So first up is LQT. Just in case you didn't know, the LQT stands for Leadership Code today. And as I mentioned last week, we'll be giving the exclusive right by our sister platform, who is also our visual leadership blog. That's Champions New Blog. To use the LQT, the Champions New Blog is on www.championsnew.com. Okay, so today I have a very, very inspiring and incredible leadership quote. But before I go to that, I want to mention this. The leadership quotes that we give you, not just for you guys to memorize, but also put them to practice. And in part of putting them to practice, we want to get feedback from you. So we want you guys to tell us how the leadership quotes have helped you. Just you can send an email to cmtvafrica@gmail.com. Whatever is on your mind concerning the LQT leadership quote today. You can also send a tweet and mention us. That the handle is CMTV Africa, CMTV_Africa, and you can also use it on Instagram as well, CMTV_Africa. So just mention us using the hashtag LQT. Also, if you have your own leadership quotes, this is what we're encouraging you to do. Don't just read up quotes. Get into your mind, get into that wonderful brain that you have, that intellect that you have, and bring out wonderful things that will touch people. So if you have your own inspirational leadership quotes, you can also send them to us via any of the social media platforms that I mentioned. Okay, so if you're sending that LQT, just put the hashtag, if you're doing on Twitter and Instagram, just use the hashtag MyLQT. Okay, and guess what? This is what can happen if you send those materials to us. They can be featured as one of our leadership quotes on Leadership Mart, and we can just put them on Leadership Mart and say, these are from our avid CMTV supporters. So just go ahead and share your thoughts with us. Today, the leadership quote is this: shape your world or someone else will. I don't need to break it down. It's quite simple. Shape your world or someone else will. Okay, as I mentioned last week, and as I'm being told now, this is wonderful. What I'm being told now, this is wonderful, exciting. I was going to say that what I'm talking about last week was the traffic situation in Lagos. And I've just been told that tell you guys that we're having a discussion program coming up on CMTV, Africa's First Leadership TV. And to open it up, the discussion program, it's marvelous. It's incredible what I'm hearing now. What we can use to open it up is solution to the traffic situation in Lagos. So you guys out there, immediately take this opportunity. I know that there are a lot of brilliant youths in Africa out there in Lagos, in Nigeria. So you guys just take the opportunity. If you have any solution to this traffic situation in Lagos, just send us a mail to cmtvafrica@gmail.com. And guess what? The best 5 will get an opportunity to be the first people on CMTV's discussion program. So that's it. All you need to do is send your solution to cmtvafrica@gmail.com, and the best 5 will be chosen and be interviewed. So this is very exciting. So definitely, as I was saying, that this is the leadership code for today, that you should shape your world or someone else will. Take responsibility. I'm going to go on a commercial break, very, very short commercial break. When I come back, we'll talk about the other aspects of this Leadership Mart compendium. Don't go anywhere. You're on Leadership Mart. Okay, welcome back. Now moving on to the second aspect of this Leadership Mart compendium is leadership tips I mentioned last week that the first step to becoming a leader is finding out your strengths, your weaknesses, and finding out the problem you've been born to solve. And I mentioned that those are the two major things I wanted to bring out. You can expand them. So as I said for the LQT, also if you have things concerning that you want to add to the leadership codes, leadership tips, you can also send to us via the social media platforms I mentioned, and I'm sure they're shown on the screen as well. So this is the leadership tip today. This week, this is the second stage to becoming a leader. Is very, very important, and it's talking about finding a mentor. I noticed, and as a matter of fact, I did a survey in Nigeria, and I noticed that many young people, unfortunately so, don't have mentors. Now, this is a survey I did. Out of 10 Nigerians, I found you can try the survey as well. I did it this way: that 10 Nigerians asked them differently, separately, but they were all 10. Now, 10 out of them will say, out of the 10 Nigerians, about 2 will say, okay, I don't have a mentor. Now, the remaining 6 of them will say, I have mentors, and you'll be like, okay, wow, yeah, that's good, you have mentors. But don't get too excited yet, just ask them, who are your mentors? Who's your mentor? And you hear names like The Bench, Don Jazzy, Wizkid, Davido, Ice Prince, who else? Now, these guys are in their own way doing what they can in the music industry. Everybody's hailing them, yes. But look at it very well. Now, the people are asked, who is your mentor or who are your mentors? It's not that they wanted to study music. That's what they chose, those musicians or more that I know show. It's just because now the entertainment industry, especially the music industry, has become a place for money. It doesn't matter if you don't have talent. If you can just sing, for example, now I can just sing do 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 do, and I have a good beat, and I'm singing do 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 do, and I have a good beat, and it's dancing, and everybody's booking down. You understand what I'm saying? And tomorrow you just hear that, and the latest hit for this month is do 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 do. That's what just happens in the music industry. So everybody's after money. So now, a lot of time you hear sex scenes, you hear about sex in songs. It's also about main thing you hear in songs nowadays in Nigeria. I'm talking about Nigeria now, and even outside the world, outside the country. But I'm focusing on Nigeria. You hear about sex, you talk about fame, you talk about girls, you talk about money, you talk about cars, you talk about what else? Drugs. Now, these people that are singing this stuff, they're the so-called leaders of tomorrow because they're youths. Now, I want to ask myself this question. I want to ask you guys. I've asked myself and I want to ask you guys. So, it means that if the constitution of Nigeria changes, it means that everybody, even in Aso Rock, or very soon, meaning the law court, it will be so unruly, meaning that people who don't have discipline, I'm sorry to use that word, it might sound harsh, but that's the word that's coming to me, will be ruling Nigeria. So we need to get mentors who are professional. A mentor is supposed to guide you in the right way. Now, talking about mentors, you shouldn't just have somebody that you just have up here that you want just look up to. Have someone that you can contact readily. I mean, via mail, phone number, text messages, or what have you. Now, it's very important that you can have at least one person that you can get in touch with. It's okay, you can have someone that you are that inspires you, that you aspire to be like. That's alright. But you need to have somebody who is close to you. And I'm going to say this finally, and then I'll drop it. Musicians out there, let's stop the sex, singing about the sex, videoing ladies almost half naked or even half naked. Let's stop the focusing too much on money, because what you put out, definitely, and I'm sure you guys know this, what you put out is what people hear. What you put out is what people want to act. Like you're watching a film and there's showing a lot of rubbish. Definitely, the young kid is there. Definitely, if that child sees it, when that child grows up, or even at that age, might start trying out other things. So just what I'm just saying, get a mentor that will guide you in the right way. You need someone who's professional. Well, that's it on leadership tips. I'm going to go on another commercial break.
Hello guys, my name is Greg and I'm an avid supporter and an ambassador of CMTV. CMTV is an online TV helping leaders of tomorrow today. So keep following and keep supporting CMTV. Youths of today have a whole lot of prospects ahead of them, considering their older counterparts. The reason is because of the evolution in technology and scientific advancement, which has allowed us, through the help of social media, to connect globally with our other counterparts, youths across the world. The Nigerian youths of today, considering the circumstances now in Africa as a whole, should begin to step up to take responsibilities, as in no time would be the one with the mantle of power for change. Thank you.
Back. Now, this is the third aspect of the Leadership Mart compendium, leadership books. That's what we're talking about now. I gave a book last week, Richard Denny's Motivate to Win. I hope you guys, even if you couldn't read the book, at least you got some comments about the book, read some excerpts, or you were able to download the book, fine. But today we're not going to be doing any book. We're not going to be saying any book that we're reading this week. What I'm going to give you, you can use it for the Richard Denny's book I gave you last week, and any book at all. It's a reader's guide. This is our reader's guide this week.
This is How to Read a Book by Farnham Street. And it says, marking a book is literally an experience of your differences or agreements with the author. It is the highest respect you can pay him. That is from Edgar Allan Poe. Now it goes on to say that you already know how to read. I bet you were taught how in elementary school. But do you know how to read well? If you're like most people, you probably haven't given much thought to how to read. Are you reading for information or understanding? While great for exercising your memory, the regurgitation of facts without understanding gains you nothing. A lot of people, however, confuse insightful understanding with the ability to regurgitate information. They think that knowledge of something means understanding. Well, a good heuristic. Anything easily digested is reading for information. Consider the newspaper. Are you truly learning anything new? Do you consider the writer your superior when it comes to knowledge in the subject? Odds are probably not. That means you're reading for information. There's nothing wrong with reading. It's how most people read. But you are not really learning anything. It's not going to give you an edge or make you better at your job. Learning something insightful is harder. You have to read something clearly above your current level. You need to find writers who are more knowledgeable on a particular subject than yourself. It's also how you get smarter. Reading for understanding means narrowing the gap between reader and writer. I check that again. Reading for understanding means narrowing the gap between reader and writer. According to Farnham Street, there are 4 levels of reading. I just mentioned them, but you can see the explanations on the different 4 levels on the website shown on your screen. Now, Mortimer Adler literally wrote the book on reading. His book, How to Read a Book, identifies 4 levels of reading. Level 1 is elementary. Level 2, inspectional. Level 3, analytical. And level 4, syntopical. So that's been the reader's guide of this week. After understanding the 4 levels of reading, go try them out on books that are beneficial and profitable, inspirational books as well. Enjoy your read.
Okay, so that's the reader's guide for this week. So So you can use it for any book at all. Richard Dennis' book, you can use it, and you can use it for the books that you want to read. But I encourage you to use it for especially motivational, inspirational, and encouraging books. You can read, I don't want to say you can, but if you want to, you can. But I encourage you, I want to say you can read novels, but let's do more, less of fiction, and talk about real life. I mean, talk about things that will move you forward in your life and benefit you beyond the romance and other novels. So I'm moving on now to the final stretch, the home stretch. It's the leader's profile. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna be profiling someone very, very outstanding. Someone who became an entrepreneur from a very, very young age. Yes, as I mentioned concerning the LQT and leadership tips, this I'm about to say also applies in that the leader's profile that we give, you can find your mentor among the leader's profile that we're going to be giving every week. So you can find your mentor. So last week we profiled Chuka Harrison Umana. He could just be someone's mentor that's watching. He could so the person that we're going to profile today could just be your mentor. Read his story, listen to his story, and be inspired. I'll be right back.
Farrah Gray, celebrity, entrepreneur, international best-selling author, philanthropist. Farrah Gray was named as one of the most influential black men in America by the National Urban League. Ebony Magazine and Black Enterprise recognized him as an entrepreneurial icon and best-selling author. Raised in the impoverished south side of Chicago, he defied the odds and became a self-made millionaire by the age of 14. At the age of 21, he received an honorary doctorate degree of Humane Letters from Allen University. This was in recognition of his ingenious economic mind and distinguished commitment to the development of values such as leadership, integrity, and scholarship. In his rise from poverty to national and international prominence as an entrepreneurial icon and preeminent power speaker, Farrah Gray has inspired millions around the world. At the age of 30, he has achieved more than many achieved in a lifetime. Since his first interview at 11 years old on KBBC Channel 3, Gray has become a celebrity, featured in thousands of print, magazine, radio, and television media, including the NBC reality show Starting Over, 2020, Good Morning America, ABC World News Tonight, The Montel Williams Show, Oprah and Friends, Tom Joyner Show, The Michael Baisden Show, Ross Parr, Radio 1, TV 1, The Tavis Smiley Show, and many more. Black Voices named Farrah Gray one of the top 10 sexiest black CEOs, along with Kenneth Chenault, Tiger Woods, and Sean Diddy Combs. What makes him extra attractive is the stack of accomplishments he achieved at such a young age. He was a syndicated columnist with the National Newspaper Publishers Association (NNPA), federation of 200 weekly newspapers reaching more than 15 million readers. As a former AOL money coach, Farrah Gray gives advice to millions of AOL subscribers daily on topics such as leadership, personal development, diversity, strategic planning, creativity, business development. Farrah Gray began his entrepreneurial, personal, and civic development as a stellar young citizen at 6 years old, selling homemade body lotion and his own hand-painted rugs at Bookends Door. At age 7, he was carrying business cards reading 21st Century CEO. Wow. At 8, Gray became co-founder of Urban Neighborhood Enterprise Economic Club, UNEC, on Chicago's South Side. UNEC was the forerunner of new early entrepreneur wonders, NE2W, the flagship organization he opened on Wall Street. NE2W enlisted, educated, and engaged at-risk youth by creating and developing legal ways for them to acquire additional income. Gray is the youngest person to have an office on Wall Street. Between the ages of 12 and 16 years old, Farrah Gray founded and operated business ventures that included KidsTel, prepaid phone cards, the One Stop More Boxes and More franchise, and the Teen Scope Youth AM/FM interactive teen talk show. Gray was also executive producer of a comedy show on the Las Vegas Strip and owner of Far Out Foods, Way Out Food with a Twist, aimed at young people with the company's first strawberry vanilla syrup product. Far Out Foods generated orders exceeding $15 million. He has been a numismatist, which is a coin collector, since he was 12 years old. At the preteen, Gray reached 12 million listeners and viewers every Saturday night as co-host of Backstage Live, a syndicated television and radio simulcast in Las Vegas. Gray's inspirational spirit and grounded personality sparked speaking requests from organizations around the country. Farrah Gray's sense of social responsibility motivated him to create the non-profit organization, the Farrah Gray Foundation. Among other programs and initiatives, his foundation focuses on inner-city community-based entrepreneurship education and provides scholarship and grant assistance for students from at-risk backgrounds to attend HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities. Farrah Gray donates his honorarium for speaking engagements, which can be upwards of $15,000, and the proceeds of his book to his foundation in what he refers to as his self-imposed youth task. The Farrah Gray Foundation partnered with the COFAM Foundation, launching entrepreneurship programs in inner-city schools across the country. Farrah Gray's work did not remain under the radar screen for long. He soon then became the youngest member of Chamber of Commerce. He was also given a 3-year term on the board of directors of United Way of Southern Nevada at the age of 15. Farrah Gray continued his philanthropic work, signing on as the spokesman for the National Coalition for the Homeless and the National Marrow Donor Program. As a private consultant, he was gone in to work with the likes of JP Morgan Chase and the US Department of Commerce Minority Development Agency. Farrah Gray's latest books, Get Real, Get Rich, and The Truth Shall Make You Rich, a no-holds-barred rejection of the fallacies we've all heard and believed about success and how to achieve it. Farrah Gray's first book, Millionaire, was nominated by NBC and publishes weekly Quill Awards in the category of Health Self-Improvement. His book appeared on the Amazon and Noble's bestsellers list 2 weeks before its international release. Millionaire was also named as the #1 best-selling non-fiction paperback book in the August 2015 issue of Essence magazine.
Okay, so I hope you're inspired by the leadership quote, the leadership tip, and the leadership book, the leadership guide, which was on the leadership books, and the leader's profile this week. Okay, so that's all for this week on Leadership Mart. Definitely, by God's special grace, I'm going to come your way giving you another packed, exciting, engaging, and educating time on Leadership Mart. Next up is Wild for E. Bye-bye.